Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Summer's arrived here in the UK. It's an absolutely beautiful start to the day. But in just over a week's time, in fact a week tomorrow, I will be heading to Spain in my Spyder for a drive tour with GT Tours, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But before then, we have a couple of important things to do to get the Spyder ready for action. And the first of those is it's major service time, unfortunately. And as I speak, there are a couple of drivers from Porsche Centre Portsmouth on their way to collect the Spyder. They come and pick up the car, they take it to Porsche. It will be serviced over the next couple of days and drop back to me tomorrow. So let's get the car out of the garage. And then once she's gone off to service, I'll tell you what else I've got to do before I can take her to Spain. A cold start is always a good way to start the day. So she's just ticked over 10,500 miles. I've done maybe 2,000 miles since I bought her, and this is the first major service. Now these cars have service intervals, is 20,000 miles or every 2 years, and the service warning thing came on about a month or so ago, so I booked the car in. It's perfect timing really, although it's not, because major services are always really painful. And I've opted to take the car to a main Porsche dealer for obvious reasons. It's under the manufacturer's extended warranty because I bought it from Porsche Centre. So although it's going to be a painful bill, I think it's worth doing. Also, there's a little bit of relief on the bill, but I'll talk more about that in the video. So yes, we're just waiting now for the collection driver, but I am so excited to get this car into the mountains of Spain next week. If the weather's like this with the roof down, it's gonna be magnificent. I need to be doing some stuff with the A290 as well. So this is my new long term. It's not been on the channel yet, although the A290 film I'm about to film today might hit the channel before this one, but we'll see. So yeah, I've got to do some filming with that, although actually that gets swapped out on Friday for a different car. Explanation coming. But yes, it's going to be an expensive day today. The other thing to say is, from a distance, she looks quite clean. But when you get up close and personal, there's a lot of road grime on there. From my drive back from Dissident, I haven't cleaned the car because I'm going to do that next week before I go away. But my Dissident carbon parts are just looking absolutely spectacular. I'm so happy with those. Really happy with the response from the video as well. Everybody seemed to like my my making of the parts. So next up, wave goodbye to this for a couple of days and it'll go off and get its major service. So off she goes to Porsche Portsmouth. Hopefully it's just going to be the standard service items that need doing and nothing more. You never know. I'll go through everything that's done once I get the bill and I find out how much it's cost. Bye bye for now. I braved it. It was sunny when I left home, and I've driven into one of those summer's day rain clouds that started to rain. Anyway, it is now a few days later, and I've had the Spyder back from service. It was with Porsche Portsmouth for 2 days. Really cool service. They came and picked the car up, took it away, brought it back. I guess I should probably talk about what they did. Now luckily, nothing untoward. It was just a major service. This car is now 4 years old, so it already had its first service at 2 years and then the major service, and it really was a major service. So that included all fluids really, so clearly new oil. It had new brake fluid, which was a big one, 30 litres of brake fluid according to the invoice, which I can't I can't imagine that's true. I can't imagine a car needs 30 litres of brake fluid. Must be a typo. New spark plugs. It had everything checked, so it didn't need brake pads or brake discs. It's had all the pollen filters done. It's had the air conditioning. Now, I also had my air conditioning regassed under warranty about a month ago, I guess now. And we weren't too sure whether there was a leak or whether it had just lost pressure. So they checked that and it's fine. So I've not got a leak in my aircon, which is great news. So all in all, that bill, rounding it to the nearest £100, was £1,700. But good news, I said there was a bit of a discount. Now, I am a member of Porsche Club GB and Region 17 in particular, and Region 17 have a deal with Porsche Centre Portsmouth that means you get 25% off of servicing and parts. So that bill reduced to £1,300. Now, bearing in mind what my annual subs are for Porsche Club GB, which is about £80, I think, it makes becoming a member of Porsche Club GB an absolute no-brainer. Not only do you get, there are events and stuff, but you get a really cool magazine that's got lots of interesting articles in it, and if you get in your car serviced at Porsche Portsmouth, 25% off. Now, I can't vouch for all the other OPCs and all the other regions of Porsche Club GB, but it's worth having a chat with them. That deal was set up a couple of years ago now. I actually did an evening with me through the Porsche Owners Club. And the guys from Porsche Portsmouth were there, and the service manager was there, and he was basically asking who got their car served by a local specialist and who got it done by the actual main dealer. And just as a sweetener, really, to try and encourage people to go to the main dealer more often, they gave that discount, which I think is brilliant. And as I said, technically speaking, you don't have to have your car serviced by an official dealer. As long as the specialist you use uses official parts, then that should carry on your warranty. However, I think that there are lots and lots of buyers out there, when they look at the service history of a car, they want to see a main dealer stamp in the service book. I just think that's how it is. You may or may not agree with that, but I just think that's how it is. So I think getting a car of this value and special nature serviced by a main dealer is just a no-brainer. Anyway, I'm really now happy because I'd be interesting to see, actually, you see the brake feel is way better. That's the first brake I've had to do, really. When I went to RPM Technic, I thought the brakes just didn't quite have enough feel, and they did say you probably just need a change of brake fluid, and I thought, well, I've got my major service coming up, I'll wait till that happens. So the car now is ready for GT Tours Costa Carrera, which starts in just 2 days' time. It's now Monday, we go away on Wednesday. But the last thing I want to do is, this car has a full satin PPF, so lots of paint protection, but the one thing it doesn't have is any protection on the windscreen. And I thought it might be a good idea to get PPF installed on the windscreen. And the cars that are on tour, we've got quite a few heavy aero cars. We've got 2 GT3 RSs, 992s. We've got a couple of Spyder RSs. We've got a 296 GTB. We've got a 675 LT McLaren, which is going to be wicked. So I thought PPF, and there's only one place I can go to have PPF done, and that's my good mates at Wax is Dead. And that is where we're going right now. We've just gone past Goodwood, and unfortunately I am away on tour when members meeting is happening. They're just doing the final prep for members meeting, building the grandstands and doing all the things they need to do. It's such a shame I'm not going to be there, because they've got some really cool things happening this year, including touring car high-speed display demo laps with the iconic Volvo 850. I wish I was there to see that. That would be absolutely mega. Anyway, next stop, Wax is Dead. So it's great to be back here at Wax is Dead. They always have nice cars being worked on. A lovely 992 cab being PPF'd, but I think the first thing Mike's going to need to do is give the windscreen a bit of a clean. So you come to Wax is Dead and you get your car washed straight away, look.
Many special guests.
So first things first, we've got to clean the windscreen.
Yeah.
Clean the rest of the car while you're at it, if you like, Mike.
Just trying to get rid of any bits on the screen. It's a very soft clay bar.
So car is now inside and we are getting that glass super clean. You can do the inside as well if you like, mate.
Yeah.
So washed it, clay barred it, rinsed it, now glass cleaner.
Yeah.
So what you doing now, dude? You cleaned it?
Yeah, I've cleaned it, I've clay barred it, I've window cleaned it, and now I'm just literally getting it ready to lay on the windscreen PPF.
Excellent.
I mean, we've just got captured.
That, you enjoyed that? You enjoyed that, didn't you? What technique?
Can't remember. Actually.
Now I'm going to ask a question. It's a difficult one. There's PPF and then there's windscreen PPF.
Yeah, so this is a totally different film, not what gets applied to the paintwork.
Yeah.
Because of the glue, you need to be able to see through it.
Ah.
It's designed specifically for windscreens.
So first thing is, anyone out there, do not put normal PPF on your windscreen.
Nope, it'll go cloudy, you won't be able to see where you're going.
That's not a good thing, is it?
You take that.
It's a bit bubbly, isn't it?
So that's it finished.
Is that done?
Oh, you can see where you're going?
Yeah.
I'll still try and slide. You good?
Just down here needs to slide out now.
So that's the satisfying bit, isn't it? So apart from it being thicker,
Yeah.
the process of putting it on is the same. I reckon though I should have gone for a satin one, don't you? Satin windscreen PPF, it could be the next big
Just gone
thing.
for a black one.
Colour change PPF. Or one of those rainbow tints to make you look like a real geezer.
No, I really don't like that.
No, because you look like an absolute dick. I didn't take very long. So with all the time you saved, you can now PPF my front bits of carbon for me. Hey, didn't take too long, that.
No, it was alright to be fair. It's only like a 10-minute install. But obviously you've got to let it just sort of dry out before we let the vehicle go.
I was going to say, the waiting around, waiting for it to dry is like 4 times longer than actually putting it on.
Yeah, and then putting it on, yeah. I mean, normally, obviously, customers would just drop their car off in the morning, pick up lunchtime or drop it off lunchtime, pick them up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, but obviously you come over, have a chat, cup of coffee, and it's done.
So, windscreen PPF then,
Yeah.
is that something that you install regularly? Would you recommend it? I mean, I'm doing it because I'm going on a drive tour and I've got quite specific, I
Yeah.
know I'm going to get lots of stones chucked up.
That's the thing. Going on driving tours, road trips, yes, it is 100% worth it. Especially on like exotic vehicles where windscreens are pretty expensive.
Yeah,
Everyday vehicles, yes. Obviously, you got to weigh up the costs: windscreen, insurance, and PPF application.
yeah,
But not everyone likes windscreen PPF.
no,
So it all depends on the windscreen. The more slant your windscreen is, the more you're actually looking through more glue. So some people might not like it if it's slightly hazy or not, but every windscreen's different.
yeah. And that's why
So-
it's specific PPF
For the windscreen.
for the windscreen, not
Yeah.
just any old.
Yeah, I mean
PPF.
Porsches are fine. Like sat inside there looking out, you don't notice anything. But
Cool.
yeah.
As always, I'll put the guys' details in the description below. Hit them up if you need car PPF, colour PPF,
ceramic coatings.
ceramic coatings,
windscreen,
windscreen. Just basically come to Access Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, products to clean your car once it's all.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, actually, I'll need to pick up some
Pick up some bits. yeah.
cleaner because
Yeah,
you know,
no worries.
go away on a tour. You got to have your car looking nice and clean in the morning. Cheers, buddy.
No worries,
Anyway, found that useful. Bit of the next thing I've got to do tomorrow, I've got to wash the car, but I'm going to let that dry today
Yeah, let that dry, leave it out
and
in the
then
sun.
not go anywhere near it with the jet washer tomorrow. But then it should be fine. Give it a clean and then tomorrow we head off on tour, mate.
Nice. Yeah, be good.
Yeah, if you enjoyed that, boys and girls, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. Next thing, this car is going to hit the roads in Spain, and I cannot wait to be on that one. Take care, guys.